please get into the kitchen. Let's do some baking and some roasting. Okay. Hello family, welcome to Tasty Tales. So it's another beautiful day. So today we will be making briskets. Okay, we have a barbecue order and this is a very large order, so I just figured out to make it and show you how I make it. From time to time you hear my baby in the background. His brother is back from school and so they are playing, and you know kids, you can't stop them from playing, so please permit us. Okay, so today is all about marinating. We are going to marinate these babies right here. You can see very big ones, 2 large ones. I have an order I'm supposed to fulfill tomorrow, and so we are just going to marinate and put in the refrigerator, and tomorrow we'll roast them up. Roast and season and enjoy. Okay, so today now we are going to start by prepping. My seasonings are straight from Cameroon. Okay, they're from the best barbecue place in the northwest region of Cameroon. If you know that, put in the comment section. If you know what the place is called, put in the comment section. Let's see if you got it right or not. You can see me, I'm putting a lot because it's a lot of meat I'm going to season. Okay, so don't feel like, oh, she's doing too much. No, I am not doing too much, and I love my things to taste really good, so that is why you're seeing me put a lot in here. I'm just with barbecue, like I have my unique, like I said, the unique barbecue spice straight from Cameroon, from the best barbecue place. And then I'll just add my onion powder to it and my garlic powder and some other seasonings that I love to put them together. And I'm not forgetting my almighty bouillon powder. I love to add this. Okay, and you will see that I will not be adding salt because the seasonings that I got from Africa, from Cameroon, they already have salt to it. You don't want your barbecue tasting too salty. You want it to taste to have that perfect taste. You don't want to go overboard. That is why I will not be adding salt, because we already have salt in the seasonings. I'm just combining them together to bring up that unique seasoning that makes my barbecue different, and the only barbecue that you need in your life. So if you need some of this goodness, contact Tasty Tales. You can send us a message, you can send us an email, and we'll get it ready for you. Okay, premium brisket is not some cheap beef that you just go get. It's expensive, and this is fresh. This is fresh, so we do our best and try our best to get the best, the freshest one, the one that was just cut. Okay, so I always start by putting my seasonings together, put them together, and then we cut our beef, and then we marinate. We walk it out, walk the baby together. I'm trying to put this away. So my knife is, I'm just gonna mix. You can see it's a lot of seasoning. See, I'm my own cameraman or camera woman, so if you see my video is too far and you can't really see well, just bear with me. I'm trying as much as possible to show you everything, video myself and adjust the camera and do all of this stuff. So just bear with us, okay? But I try to make sure that I actually show you what I'm doing and everything, so you don't get left out. Just tasting it alone is like I should just start ripping off the barbecue and eating. So we got our unique seasoning right there, all mixed and set aside. Drink some water. Okay, first we are going to do one and then we'll do one. So I'm just going to show you how I marinate. One of, it's very heavy, one of this, and then we can do the rest off camera. and put in the refrigerator while we wait for tomorrow. This is a lot. I'm just putting in the sink because I have to wash it off. We just finished trimming the excess fat. Now we are going to cut them into tiny, careful, sharp knife right here. So we are going to cut it in sizes that we will roast. This is a lot of meat, okay? This is a lot of meat. I am going to put everything in here. Make sure your hands are clean, very washed, clean before you can be touching all this. And now I am going to work this in here very well. Or you can still put them here so it's easier to work with, because this is bigger. We work with it first on here and then we pick it up and put it in the bowl and put it in the refrigerator. Cover it and put it in the refrigerator overnight to marinate. I take my time and I walk it through. Look at that. Look at how I'm working this, like making sure it is well marinated. So you can see it's fully covered. I don't know if if you can actually see from there, but it is fully covered. Every part is being covered in the seasoning. You can see that, like fully covered. Now you don't want to go too crazy with the seasonings, else you find your beef not tasting just right, but tasting too sweet in a way that you can't even enjoy. Okay, so you just want to go just right, not too crazy. Now it's okay. I'm not adding any oil to it at this point. Tomorrow morning we'll see what we're doing before we roast. But today is just putting this marinade, setting it aside in the refrigerator to cool and marinate overnight. Thank you for watching. We will continue the part of this video. This is just the beginning part, like I said, just to show you how we marinate our barbecue and put in the refrigerator. Like I said, this is a very large order that I'm making, and if you have yours, we are always available. Okay, you can order anything from us, anything eatable from us. Right there. I'm just going to cover it up and put in the refrigerator. Now our beef is being marinated. We're just going, MJ, can you stop? We're just going to cover it like this. You want to trap in every flavor, okay? So we cover it like this and set it in the refrigerator to marinate overnight. And I'll see you in the morning. Hello family, welcome to Tasty Tales. So today we have a large order. We started recording yesterday and so we're just continuing from where we stopped. So we are making meat pie. I already have my filling right here. It was made and frozen a long time ago, so I just removed it, defrosted it. I'm just gonna warm it up and adjust the seasonings if they need to be adjusted. If not, we'll just warm it up and then we'll move forward. While the meat pie filling is warming up, like I said, it was already made and refrigerated. It's just warming it up. I froze it yesterday. I defrosted, and today I'm just gonna warm it up. It's warming up right now. I'm going ahead and I just wanna go ahead and mix my dough. So in this bowl, I have 16 cups of all-purpose flour. I am grating my nutmeg. So you can put one or two depending on how you like nutmeg. I actually have a recipe for meat pie on my channel already. You can search that down if you, because this one I'm kind of trying to rush a little bit because it's not the first time I'm making meat pie. I'm not going to be giving you all the details. I'm just going to rush because it's an order I'm making. I have barbecue to do as well. So it's a large order. And barbecue too is a large order, so I'm trying to do both and show you how we make it and parcel and customer will pick up. And I'm going to go in with my baking powder. So I'm just going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. I'll tell you the ingredients as we go. First, I'm adding all the dry ingredients. That's why I'm adding that, and then I'll come in with my salt. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt. Sometimes I can go like 2¼ teaspoon of salt. Yeah, works for me really well. It goes with the recipe I'm trying to make, so that is it. Balance everything up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add 3/4 cup of sugar. And now make sure your hands are clean, like my hands are very washing clean. And then you mix this. I would have loved to go in with a spatula, but then it's a large dough I'm mixing. And I don't have time on my side, like I keep singing. I'm running behind time and I need to do this like really quick. So after mixing all the dry ingredients, I'm gonna go in with my butter. If you have margarine, feel free to use. I'm using unsalted butter because I already added my salt. If I use salted butter, I will not add salt, but because I'm using unsalted butter, that's why I went in and added my salt. You want to make sure everything you're using is cold. Like my butter is super, super, super cold. That's why I'm going to chop it into tiny pieces so it'll be easier for me to work with because it's really hard. Then I dump it in here. So now I am going to work my butter. You want to just press. You don't want to overwork your dough because if you overwork the dough, it's just gonna make the meat pie too stretchy. You don't want that. So I just press with my fingers. I'm not gonna be crushing like that, no, because if you crush like that, you're overworking your dough. So I'm just using the tips of my finger to press the butter and mix it in the dough. Okay family, so for some reason my microphone stopped, so from here I'll be doing a voice over. So this is the consistency you want to mix your meat pie, like crumbling, like this bread crumbling, like this is what you want to see. And now I'm adding my eggs. I'm going to be adding 3 eggs as you can see, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavor. So just add and mix. Just make sure you have this crumbling feel. And now I'll be adding my milk. So I cannot tell you the quantity of milk to add, so just measure and add and then mix. So you can also use water. If you don't have milk to use, you can use water instead of milk. But for me, I like, sometimes I do both. I do water and milk. So here you see my dough is well mixed and everything is in a bowl. I'm just going to remove this. See that? This is the consistency you're looking for. Not too soft, not too hard. That's all. And so now I'm just gonna put it in here and set it in the refrigerator to cool off for a bit while we prep all of it. Okay, so now this is our barbecue. Our soya is ready, getting ready to be roasted. So remember, yesterday we started with a soya. We marinated it last night and set it in the refrigerator to marinate overnight. See, I don't just marinate my soya right away and roast it. I do it overnight. I know why. And now I'm just gonna drizzle this oil, mix it up. Okay, walk it through with those fingers. Walk it. Make sure everywhere is well coated with the marinades and the oil is just touching, so we can get it ready for some roasting. And we're going to be roasting this outside. We're going to be using our outdoor grill to grill this. We're not using the oven, y'all. See, we want that smoky taste. We want that smoky flavor. I can't just wait. It's like I'm salivating already. My mouth is already full because I cannot wait to try this. This is okay. Now we are outside and our grill is being heated already and clean. You can see everywhere is set. We're just gonna place this on the grill and let this baby roast like never before. So we're roasting it on low heat because we want it to gradually cook right through. We don't want it to like just burn. You can see my boy running around like, mommy, I need to assist you. I'm like, okay, you're too young for this. This is not good for you. Okay, by the way, that's a by the way. So now we're just gonna layer this. Make sure we get the thing off. I don't want to overcrowd it, like you're saying. Like, I don't want to overcrowd my grill. I'm just putting enough just to grill it. We are not rushing, yo. Like, we have all the time in the world. Like with Tasty Tales, patience. I always say, when you cook with patience, it has the spice that is just add to your food. I'm not saying be lazy in the kitchen. No, that is not what I am saying. Patience in the kitchen, trust me. Give everything time to cook and get into and release its own flavors. Don't rush. We don't rush. Now we're just gonna cover it on low, like I said, and let it grill. We'll constantly come and check. We might not show you all the times when we're coming to check, but then we'll come in and check once in a while. Okay, so this baby has been baking, or it's been roasting for a while. Look at that goodness. See, the camera is not doing justice at all. You need to see. Look at how I'm struggling to make sure everything is showing. My boys are just there distracting. Mommy, we want barbecue. Like, hold on, patience. We are going to enjoy this. See, this camera is not doing justice at all, because this thing looks really good, and it did not only look good, it tasted so good. So we're just going to flip it over and then rub some more marinades that we added some oil. Remember the marinade yesterday? We had a leftover that we added oil to it, vegetable oil or any oil of choice. Now we're just gonna roast it, like rub it on top when you flip and then you rub, because you want it to keep tasting, like cook with the marinades all through. So we just rub and cook. Okay, so this order was really big, and if I told you that I worked last night 12-hour shift and then I came back this morning, just showered and then straight into the kitchen, because I give the person time. When I give you time to pick up your orders, I don't love to be late. So okay, we're just gonna cover it again and we'll be back. Okay, you can see the first batch is being roasted. You can see above, slightly above the grill, like on top. That's the first one we put is resting. We just want to put it there so because we want it to we want to keep it warm. If you take it out now, you cool off too easily, too fast. While the other ones are still to be roasted. So that is the second batch. This is just the first tray. Remember, we had two large briskets. The other one is still resting in the refrigerator. We are still going to bring it out and roast it. But then this is the first tray. Okay, so this is a meat pie filling that we got prepared. It's cooled completely, and though it's been resting in the refrigerator, you can see it's all cold. You want to keep everything cold because that is what gives it that crunchy feel, that melt in your mouth. And here we have our trays already layered with aluminum foil, and then we have parchment papers on top because I don't like baking directly on the aluminum foil, so I always layer it with a parchment paper. If you're still watching to this moment and you're not yet a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Okay, so this is our egg wash to wash our meat pies to give it that glossy feel, that glossy look, that shiny golden look. Okay, and now this is a meat pies. I'm rolling them in balls because we don't want to overwork the dough. You just remove one ball, roll it, and use the meat pie cutter, measure it and cut it in there. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this, try as much as I can to do in a circular form in a way that it will completely cover the meat pie cutter. You want it to cover it completely, so once you put your filling inside and then you bring it both sides together, it will give you that unique and nice shape that you're looking for. So now we are just going to place it on the meat pie cutter. This is like the 5 inches one. Yeah, this is the 5 inches that I'm using. I have a bigger one too, but this one is it was for an occasion, so I'm using 5 inches. So now I like rubbing my egg wash just around it. It helps to hold the meat pie together once you press. And also, one thing I love to do is I'm always very generous with my fillings. I don't like those pinchy things people put. No, I'm always very generous. Okay, did I show you how I even cut this one? Okay, now we're going to do a second one. If you did not catch the first one, or if I forgot to show you that one, yes, I did forget, but now I'll show you with this one how everything works out. Okay, so just wash it again all around with your egg wash, and now go in with your filling and be very generous. When you eat my meat pies, like from the first bite to the last bite, you eat the filling. Okay, I am always very, very generous. My meat pies, my fish rolls, they're always like that, very generous. See, you can see how I pack everything. Now just bring it together. You don't have to press it too hard. Just press, and then you remove the excess one that is hanging out there. Just remove it. When you clean the excess, set it aside. You can use those to roll tiny ones that people can taste after the ones you're doing for business is all gone. Okay, so now just open. You see that, look at that shape, and then press it. If there's any opening, just press with your fingers, and then look at that baby. And I will see you when I'm done doing this. I'm not going to show everything. I'm just gonna go off camera and do everything, and we'll be back. So we are done rolling our meat pies and filling them. We are just gonna use the egg wash and wash everything to give that glossy look, because this is what makes it look really attractive once you bake them. So just go ahead and rub it. Make sure you get every piece and every angle, and just wash it with your egg wash. Baby, oh my goodness, look at this meat pie. It's calling my name. This literally melts in your mouth. Okay, this literally do what? Melt in your mouth. Please subscribe if you're still doubting. Please do not doubt us. Subscribe and be part of this community. Like, we give you everything, we don't gatekeep. So we're just gonna finish baking the remaining ones, and then we will show you when we're past. Okay, so we are done with the barbecue. Now we are just going to be slicing this. See, before we even got here, I had eaten a lot of it, and my stomach was already kind of full. Yeah. So I am just going to cut into tiny. Look at that. Before I can be able to slice this, my hands will hurt. So I'm using my serving fork to support me in order to cut. This is not an eating fork. I don't use it to eat. Please don't come after me. I use it only to serve food. That's why I'm using it here. So I'm just gonna cut and cut everything. I must not show you how I cut everything. Like, I'll go off camera and cut. I just started showing you the beginning, and yes, we will see you when we are just adding it to the tray and getting it ready for pickup. And so here I have this my mix that I always do, like ketchup, like I have a little, how do I even call it, sauce that I make, and then I have my pepper already made on the side, and I have soya spice, and that's my husband passing, and he was so helpful on this day. If he wasn't, I don't know what I would have done without him. Like, he was super helpful. We literally cooked on this day together. Like, he was handling the barbecue and I was doing the meat pies, and then I'll go and check, and just that. Yeah, so thank you for helping. So yeah, so I'm making the sauce now, and the pepper is ready. You can see the pepper in the saucepan. I didn't show you how I made the pepper, but then next time we'll do that. Okay, so just putting in this tiny bowls. Like I said, I have the pepper that I make, like the pepper sauce, and then I have dry powdered pepper straight from Cameroon, strictly for soya. You will see that too, but this one was the one I made, and this pepper was so good. And now this is the one straight from Cameroon. You can see, like, it's very precious. That's why I put in a very tiny cup, but it goes a long way. So that's my pepper, the one I made, the sauce, and the sauce, and the pepper powder. Okay, now I'm chewing my tongue because I'm talking too much already. I'm tired. And so these are the vegetables that I just like to, like, it's just kind of give it some color and just beautify it. Like, we just garnish. I don't put too much because I really like my barbecue. Like, when you take my barbecue, okay, when you order barbecue from us, you get a lot. We don't just come and fill vegetables everywhere. No, we just sprinkle a little bit, just spray them around, just tiny vegetables, just to give some color. This is so good here. So, and here is the meat pie ready as well. See this meat pie. It was so good that my phone kept ringing after this party. Like, the host of the party called me after the party. I'm like, be ready for your phone is going to start ringing. And so I went ahead and did the stickers, like, just have my contact information, like Tasty Tales, kind of just make it a little professional, just cover it and then put a sticker. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking your time. Subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.